How's everybody doing? It's Tactard Ted. It is a beautiful Indian summer day on the 24th of October, 2022. And today we will talk about Ukrainian losses. Yes, Ukrainian losses. These figures do not come from the Russians. They do not come from the Ukrainians. They come from independent Western sources. And the information is out there. You can look it up. So, an independent Western group, which needless to say would mean pro-Ukrainian, have came up with a list of what they think the Ukrainian losses are. And they've done this by going through papers, other records, newspapers from individual regions with lists of the dead and wounded. And they have came up with the Ukrainian losses at 470,000. That's total losses. Of those total losses, 390,000 are dead, deceased, room temperature. So what does this mean? Well, this means when I've been telling you that the Russian forces have been daily attriting the Ukrainian army, this is what attrition looks like. High casualties, high death. To be honest, I'm actually surprised by the death rate. Usually deaths are smaller than wounded. You have a lot more wounded. I think this has a lot to say about the precision of Russian artillery, the precision of Russian guided munitions. That when you have more death than you have wounded, something is going on. And I think that we all need to look at that. We need to think about it. But the Ukrainian numbers are a lot lower than what the Russians gave. These numbers are actually higher than the estimates of the Russians. And that's something to think about when you've got Western sources saying that Ukrainian losses are right around 400,000 dead, right around, when you're talking 10,000 off, 390,000. Almost 500,000 men, folks. Almost 500,000 men killed in this conflict. And what this shows is the pendulum will swing. Now, Russia, by first of the year, is going to have more men in the field than the Ukrainians. Ukrainians have also decided to draft grandpa. The next round of mobilization for the Ukrainians are taking Ukrainian men up to the ages of 60. If you are a Ukrainian male and you are under the age of 60, you will be conscripted. You will go serve. You will become cannon fodder for the Zelensky regime. And the sooner you get used to that, the better off it's going to be. So they're grafting granddad. Now, I love to hear all the Western pundits that are going on about the first wave mobilization, which was a limited mobilization in the Russian Federation, where they ended up with a few guys with gray hair and pot bellies, and everybody's losing their shit. Oh, the Russians are scraping the bottom of the barrel. The Russians are scraping the bottom of the barrel. I happen to know somebody who got their call-up papers, and this guy is a good bit younger than I am. Okay, in pretty decent shape, not that long ago in the military. So, bite me. I know who's getting called up. And a lot of these older white-haired guys are either medical professionals or they have another specialty which is very important to the war effort. They aren't simply grabbing grandpa off the street and shoving him in a uniform and expecting him to go to the front and die like the Ukrainians are. So that's a brief explanation of Ukrainian losses and Ukrainian numbers. You guys take care.